we're back. How are you guys doing? I'm doing good. Yesterday's energy really hit me. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to tell you guys about it as soon as I started feeling the energy. But, you know, a lot of things just was happening. But yesterday, if you remember, or if you go back, you would see that I drew the moon and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And just some things that started to highlight as far as like the moon energy. And damn, I forgot exactly what I wrote in my journal, but definitely the Venus. I lost my watch, and there was like two gentlemen in the gym that I lost it that were like trying to help me find it. And it was just like oh yeah, and the moon played out because I feel like they were like nurturing me in a way, because I didn't care about it. Not that I didn't care about it, I did, because I went I didn't even ask. I asked them before, but the guy remembered my face and he went up to me and was like, you know, I remember you looking for your watch, you know, I've seen the watch up here, but this is not really, you know, he's seen the watch up there and he remembered me. So he wanted to see the watch that he had up there if it was mine. So it was like, I already moved on, as you can see. So it's not like I didn't care about it, but it was just like, you know, already passed. It was already like 2 weeks ago. So the energy for it, you know, kind of went away. So when he seen me, he kind of like reminded me about it. So that had to do with values and very Venus-like things. And it's funny because I have Venus in Aries, and Aries rules gyms and rules things like that. So that was interesting in Venus, and having, you know, that. And I feel like Venus rules like luxuries, very material, and things that we like, and things, you know. So I feel like this was definitely one of those moments. Look at it. Look at our card. Speaking of it, was one of those moments. And then the moon played out. I felt like as they were like nurturing me, like both of them, they were like, oh yeah, I feel bad when people do that. They shouldn't be taking people's stuff. You know, I feel really bad about it. You know, they really felt bad for me. I felt like more bad than I felt for myself in a way, because the way they were just coming off was like really surprising. I'm just getting out the gym, you know, and they just, you know, something that I kind of like put in the back of my mind. Like, you know, I took the L. I'm not getting this thing back, taking this L. So, you know, when they came up and they had the energy, I was just like, you know, like all surprised but grateful at the same time. But like, where is this coming from? Because both of them were just like going like ham in a way, but like in a way that's loving, you know, in a way just trying to get me back my stuff, basically. And I felt like that was like nurturing. And it was a few things that, you know, happened that I can't really remember off the top of my head. But I was just like, you know, spirit just be like, really just be here. And when you really pay attention, you can really be aware of the energies. Speaking of spirit, what is the spirit of today? And we got 3. Are these the 3 cards for today? Wow. Because I said spirit, so I have to keep these. Speaking of the spirit, these are the 3 cards. And how this playing out, we have, this is more like, yeah, very spiritual, very like highly intuitive, very like aware type of energy. Like standing, because this is definitely like focusing. And then you have the Chariot in reverse, which is this is like a make way energy, and like you standing up for yourself and trying to take charge type of energy. And then with this here, the High Priestess is like one that is really trying to really focus in like on your magic, that inner magic, with this being in reverse. And it's funny because you do have the both black and white here. That's the interesting. And these both look like very honorable energies, the way it's like coming through. Looks like, you know, I'm coming in, you know, pay attention to me, you know. What else am I seeing here? That's interesting. The black and white here. What was I saying is very black and white? I did say something that was very black and white, but I don't really remember. off the top of my head. I was talking about black and white today. But this, I would just say, like, just the balance of, like, the feminine and the masculine, like the yin and yang principle of, yeah, the balance of the masculine and feminine principle. So are we, you know, is that like an energy, or are we dealing with like the lot of the feminine and masculine coming together? That's a theme of today. Then you'll both have like the cross here. Let me see. These cards have like a lot of, they screaming out to me, and they both came in reverse. So this is like a higher authority, and they both have the arc of matter. Wow, this energy is really, it's a tough one. Very like intuitive in nature, very like spiritual. So maybe like you're receiving some intuitive download, maybe doing some spiritual work, maybe some of us are tapping into our intuitions right now for some guidance, for more clarity. That's giving us the push to, you know, push to move forward. And it's like we're kind of like focused in doing that, is what I'm seeing. Like kind of like a focused energy and making way. So like a very like high class. I don't know how to explain it, but like high class. High class is not the word I was looking for. And then you got the cross of matter. Not the cross of it, the arc of matter. And then you have the cross here. And you're moving away from the village here, and over here you're just, you know, surrounded by the fruits, and, you know, it's giving a lot of just, that's that Taurus vibe, just the fruits and the garden and things like that. Something very sweet, so like a sweet energy. Balance of the feminine and masculine, maybe the feminine and masculine coming together. So maybe some of us are joining together with maybe the other opposite sex, as well as focusing on like our spiritual. So it's like a very spiritual energy. Then you have like the Page of Cups and water. Cups and the water sign has a lot to do with spirituality. So yeah. Then you have the moon here. You have the moon here. So that's what I'm seeing. Like it's like a highly intuitive, receptive energy. More like aware, definitely trying to focus and harness and like really be on top of it, really be on top of whatever it is that you're doing. I'm gonna bring out the book because I feel like this deserves a little bit more juice. Okay, let's see. We got the Chariot card. I can't really do both, but here the Chariot says the thread to one's own path, the way is the goal. And then for the High Priestess, it says all the way on top, the inner voice, one's own opinions, the sense of one's own. The inner voice, see, like an intuition, calling. So you got to really listen to those voices and really like pay attention to. Ooh, look at the Page of Cups. This popped open. The Page of Cups, it says, expresses your wishes and fears clearly, directly, act accordingly. It says the blue colors of blue and red, spirituality and will and heart desire mixed with the make of high passion. A very high passion, definitely. High passion, a sign of beauty, purity, value, and spirit of life. Politeness, circumspection, one step at a time. The page suggests both positive inclination and reserved curiosity, as well as caution, lighthearted balance as the way towards sovereignty and mastery. Ooh, yes. The page pulls suggests positive, reserved, cautious. Yes, mastery. Mastery should have been a word. Yes, very like a mastered energy. Yeah, some of us trying to master some shit right now because I like it, because that's what the energy is. It's definitely screaming out. Those are the words. See, sometimes you just need a little system. Not that you really need, but just more clarity is just what I'm here for. Just more. Sometimes it'll confuse you too, but no, I don't think so. Sometimes it's like the words just be hinting out exactly what you be looking for, and then you can pull the word that they used and, you know, make a whole little interpretation. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, High Priestess class. I was taking a High Priestess class, but the High Priestess card is in the front. It says, you are always your own soothsayer. What you think and believe, what becomes your reality. Even if so comes your imagination. So let the dead bury the dead, and their obedience to old ways give yourself and the others a chance. So like really working on yourself. Yes, but this can work in the opposite, because this is an opposite. But let's see what it says in reverse. It says, like a little mermaid, half human, half don't drown in your emotions, but develop your own existence. Yes. Naive, wishful thinking, out of the blue, wide blue yonder. Let's see what this little other book says. And then I didn't get the chariot. Let me do the chariot too. I'm over here rushing. Not rushing, but trying to get to one at a time. Okay, we got the chariot. It says, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Get clear about what you want and then live your life accordingly. And then it says, for negative, doesn't really have negative. I read negative as the reverse. Please tell me if I'm doing that right or wrong, but that's what I see it as. I would think like the positive would be upright. Okay, let's just see what it says on top. On top it says, the phoenix stands for life's mysteries. Notes the phoenix are not pulling the chariot. They are the drawbar. They are simply running ahead. Today's puzzles, tomorrow's path. Today's puzzles are tomorrow's path. Interesting. All right, the High Priestess card. I'm gonna use this other book because this is written by a different author. And this says, reverse is passion, moral or physical ardor, conceit, surface knowledge. Conceit, surface knowledge. That's interesting. And this, the chariot says, riot, quarrel, dispute, litigation, and defeat. Okay, and last but not least, the cups. We have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. It says, taste, inclination, attachment, seduction, deception, artifice. Deception, artifice, defection, artifice. Interesting. So yeah, hopefully that give you guys a little dilly. This definitely stands out. So yes, that masculine and feminine coming together, maybe within ourselves, maybe without ourselves, maybe our partner, maybe a friend, really seeing that energy and how it's maybe coming together. Sometimes maybe using too much emotion, maybe using too much of that fire, you know, that fire, that mask, that ego, maybe using too much of that, or it's balanced because it is you do got both. And then you have this calculating energy here. So see how that's playing out. Yes. I'll see you guys later. And yes, enjoy the rest of your evenings. Peace.